Welcome to the My Fountain Online edition of Channel 6 Scoreboard. I'm Kara Kellerman, joined here with AJ Harper and JD Williams. We're here to talk about some Bears baseball. So, guys, this team was actually chosen to finish 5th in Southland Conference. Do you think that they could beat expectations and possibly challenge for a conference title?
Coming in from last year, this team really didn't light the world on fire. They have really good players. I think they have a lot of good pieces in the field. The pitching is kind of where I draw the line a bit on how well I think this team is going to do. Two big guys, Jeffrey Enlow, Caleb McClanahan. They're really going to be the Friday, Saturday starters, so they're probably going to be the reason this team succeeds or fails. And last year, Enlow, 5.44 ERA, McClanahan, 4.32. So I do see those numbers going down. They've got another year under their belt, still in the Southland Conference. So I see this team improving. Maybe 4th or 3rd is kind of where I was seeing where this team may be at. I don't think they have it to be really top in the conference, but I think they're going to be good this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're both upperclassmen, and I completely agree with you that the pitching is really what's going to determine the success of this team because, everybody knows about the outfield trio of Ethan Harris in left field and then Jonathan Davis, and Forrest Allday in right field. And those three are without a doubt going to be the heart of this order. They're going to be the most productive players on this offense, and I think that they'll be able to carry the team, but they'll only go as far as their pitching. And I think being upperclassmen, seniors, juniors, having the experience, last year was both of their first years here at UCA. They weren't 100% prepared, I would say, for what the Southland Conference brought, but I still don't think that they can contend for the title. I mean, I guess we'll see how some of the younger players develop and how some of the key lineup pieces develop as the season continues on, but Sam Houston State and Southeastern Louisiana at 1 and 2 are, without a doubt, in my opinion, the top teams in this conference, and Stephen F. Austin certainly has the potential to catch up with them. So if UCA is going to do much, they're going to have to get Jonathan Davis and Forrest Allday on base a lot, and we saw that last year, Allday with a 486 on-base percentage and nearly as many walks as hits on the season. So he can certainly get on base. It's all going to be up to this pitching.
Okay, now you kind of already touched on this a little bit, but Forrest Allday, Jonathan Davis, and Ethan Harris were actually named to the Southland Conference preseason baseball team. Now, looking at the team as a whole, I know y'all mentioned Enlow and McClellan, like what they have potential to do, but looking at the team as a whole, who do you think their most valuable players will be in this season?
It's definitely going to start and finish with that outfield. I think Jonathan Davis, of this group, Forrest Allday had a great season last year. I think he's going to keep it up. Ethan Harris, I think, is just going to keep going up and up and up. Very talented baseball player. But I think Jonathan Davis, we saw last year, we saw a lot of those flashes of his speed. If he can get that bat really going as well, he hit 333 last year. So if that bat can get going even more, with that speed he's got, I think he could really be that elite type of player, especially on the base paths for UCA. So Jonathan Davis, I think, is going to be a big key, especially if he's leading off.
I'm going to go with the starting pitching, which we've already talked about a little bit, but I do want to talk about Davis real quick. We saw he had a stellar freshman year 2 seasons ago. He was the freshman of the year in the Southland Conference, and last year he started off on a real cold streak. And if you look at his numbers, seeing he hit 333, had 17 stolen bases, and a 430 on base percentage, he really got on fire in Southland Conference play. He did end up having 12 steals in just Southland Conference play and hitting somewhere close to 350, I believe. And so he's going to be the key. And the Southland Conference run, basically, at the end of the season is where UCA is going to have to really show what they can do if they plan on doing much this season. And I think that him showing that he can be clutch and turn it on late in the season is really going to be beneficial for this team if he can recreate that this season.
Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for watching Channel 6 Scoreboard.